Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss an upload, and join the conversation over at the Agranak Cult Discord.
I live in a place where the electricity goes out often, most of the time during snowstorms, but sometimes in high winds and even when tree branches break and fall on the power lines. As well, there are rolling blackouts due to heat during the summer, here in California at least. It may seem weird, but my house feels different to me when the electricity is not flowing through it. It's more peaceful. It can even be uneasy because it's unfamiliar. But I like that feeling. There aren't computers to run to. There is only each other. And of course, good whiskey, a good pipe, and maybe an RPG book. I remember as a kid when I had moved up to the mountains of Southern California and experienced my first power outage. It was so strange to me. I was thinking, we have no electricity? We brought out lanterns and candles. The family gathered up near the wood-burning stove. We sat close together, told stories, reminisced about past events, and burned a fire. It was so cozy, so quaint, and so very awesome. When I watch Lord of the Rings or other fantasy or pre-electricity period movies, I get that same sort of feeling. As well, playing D&D for the first time evoked those same sort of emotions. The strange yet familiar embrace of a bygone era. And I want to double down on that when I play week in and week out at my table. My favorite weekends as a kid were when there was so much snow that the electricity would inevitably go out, sometimes for days. And to me, that was when D&D became magical. Sitting around candles in the dark with only a couple books, paper, pencil, dice, and a few snacks. Perfection. Personally, I really only want to play that way, whether the electricity is on or not. I turn off the lights, get rid of the computers, cell phones, and internet. I unplug. I do grumble quietly as my wife prefers to use her computer for her character sheet, or others that may use their phone to access rules, etc. Yes, it's convenient, and I would be lying to say I don't have a laptop near, for convenience sake of generating random names on places like Fantasy Name Generator. It is nice when it works, and it works often, at least when the electricity is on. I want to get away from that. Right now, I'm really trying to build up my DM binder with everything that I need so that I don't rely on anything digital, so that I can have freedom from having to be plugged in to anything. Cheers. Even if the world economy doesn't collapse, and there's no nuclear fallout due to crazy people in leadership, or at the very least, forced blackouts due to excessive heat or other supposed reasons, I would still like to play my medieval fantasy games like I was living in medieval times. No glitz, no glamour, no LEDs, no laptops, just notes on paper, pencil, dice, candles, and flesh and blood people face to face at a table. Right now, Wizards of the Coast and D&D are going full ham on pushing gamers to use platforms like D&D Beyond, and will be shoving microtransactions and subscription-based gaming down your throat, convincing you that you like it. D&D Beyond has essentially taken a bloated rules set that is 5th edition, fed it through a website so you don't have to do all that fussy math. All you need to do is just tap on that roll button and toss those digital dice, and then the website calculates all those bonuses and penalties to give you a total in an instant. They have essentially made a rules-light TTRPG the long way. D&D 6th edition is an organism to make money over and over and over again. With subscriptions, microtransactions like I mentioned, and you are the butt of the joke. Your experience will not be any better than playing far superior games that don't have the bloat, like Shadow Dark, Easy D6, Knave, Vassin, Star Wars, Murkboy, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Hell, I can't blame them. They're a corporation living in a corporate world with shareholders, and they have to make money. What a perfect model. As a company, they couldn't care less if they were selling D&D, cars, or Egos. It's all just a means to an end, and that end is your money in their pocket for the sake of making money, first and foremost. Never forget that. But I digress. Where were we? That's right. Let's learn to play D&D like there's no electricity. Get yourself a game like Old School Essentials, Shadow Dark, Knave, Deathbringer, or Murkboy. Now you have a rules-light game based upon the core of D&D that Dave Arneson, Gary Gygax, and others began. Don't be scared. You're still playing the spirit of D&D even though the game won't boast on its cover that it's the world's greatest role-playing game. Or some other self-described phrase. I mean, they aren't even humble enough to allow their fan base to say it. They have to say it for themselves. The arrogance is palpable. Next, get yourself some paper, a pencil, some dice, and a candle or two. Turn off the lights. Is it too dark? Get more candles. Get some snacks, a drink, and most important part, turn off all the distractions. No phones, no computers, no beepers. Wait, does anybody still have beepers? Whatever's the tech of the day, turn it off. Optionally, you can gather some friends to play. Why optional? Because as Trevor Duvall from Me, Myself, and Die has shown us, you can have ridiculously meaningful sessions of playing solo with GM emulators like Mythic 2nd Edition. However, I do prefer the experience of gaming with 3 or 4 players around a table, face to face, as long as they're not asshats. So here you are, ready to play. Now take a deep breath. Calm the busy thoughts of this world and use your mind's eye to bring your game world into focus. Calm yourself. Exhale the world and breathe in the fantasy. Exhale the bullshit of life and bring into focus your fantasy without distraction. If you would like to stay connected to Agranak Studios, the best way to do it is to sign up for our newsletter at agranak.com. Platforms come and they go. That's the best way to make sure that you keep in contact. Thank you for stopping by Agranak Studios today, and we'll see you on the next one.
This video was brought to you by the generous support of our patrons. Consider becoming a patron so you can help us make more content like this. Or get yourself a t-shirt below. Later. Alright, do this and do that and do this and do that. And watch this video.